Share the stream, and then we will get started. Hello, Hex No Cure. How you doing? One second, just wrapping up sharing the stream. Framing my war for real, New Kurt. Also, welcome both of you. I don't think I've seen either of you on the stream before. Welcome in. Now I just gotta share it in the Discord server. There we go. I am indeed new. Hell yeah, welcome in. How y'all doing today? I'm gonna work on this for a little bit. Baiting. Love your guide to Limbo. Thank you, New Kurt. I'm actually working on a new one, a bit of a remake of that one right now, seeing as it's been about a year since it came out. Fine, I finished work, I'm going home. Hell yeah! Taking a little break, that's a good thing. Yeah, there's like a lot of new stuff that I've learned since that one, and updates, and it's gonna be different from the original. Like, for example, one thing that gets brought up at like the very beginning of the video is that I think I'm gonna like let the video speak for itself. Hey, Chicken Teriyaki, how you doing? Because in the original, I made like jabs towards other creators by correcting them on information they got blatantly wrong. And I feel like this time I don't really need to do that very much. Although there are some funny instances of people shaming Limbo that made me laugh. But I think this time I'm gonna go a different route instead of trying to do that. More so just talk about what I know, and then people will come to their own conclusions more efficiently and easily. I think the funniest one I saw that didn't even make me mad, but I was just laughing for like 5 minutes straight where I think it was Nightmare Frame's Nidus video where he wouldn't name Limbo. Like, he would just say it, he would just go a roundabout way, and it just made me laugh so fucking much. I even considered reposting it when it came out because it made me laugh. It's just too good. But anyway. Nah, not this one. I've listened to this one way too many times, I'm skipping that. There we go. I'm learning from you too? Hell yeah. Alright, let's see. I do gotta do this. Yeah, I get my incursions done. We need that steel essence. And then I believe I got an Archon Hunt. Leveling a Sly companion right now? Hell yeah. I still gotta do that myself, actually. You know what? Might do that on stream for a little bit, because I remembered seeing it has a perk where it, like, it can slam enemies, right? And it scales with enemy health or something. So my thought process is, what if I could use that as like a cross rift nuke or something? let's get to me. Creatures. So, what is one companion that has a great ability, but many don't use it for reasons? Probably the Shade and Hiras Kubro companions, to be honest. Like, the stealth is actually really handy. If you want to, like, reorient yourself, or if you need to sneak through and get to certain areas. Oh, that's a sanctuary target. Shit. Oh, I can't get up. Nope. Okay, can you stop that? Stay frozen. There we go. What? Oh my god, will you stop? I want to scan you, man. Ah. Honestly, I haven't found anyone else who really understands it. Yeah, it's like, it's a little frustrating because, like, my anger towards certain creators only really comes out of them not, like, doing their due diligence, if anything. There we go. Now it's scan. I forgot that I had this guy as a daily synthesis for like 3 weeks. I gotta do it anyway because I'm trying to get the mod for Doriga. Sly has the niche of the life support companion for being a Volvila. Yeah, it's true. Or supply, or no, life support. You're right. My brain is still waking up right now because it's like almost 10 a.m. where I am, and I only woke up like 30 minutes ago, so my brain's still adjusting. So if I say anything weird or stupid, just remember that. I'm actually gonna bust out the Sly, thinking about it now. Where is my Sly? I think this is my Sly. There it is. Yep, there it is. I think I've had you for a while now. Yeah, enemies lose sight of you for 1.5 seconds, 5-second cooldown. That could actually be kind of neat, not gonna lie. Tech Enhance. Oh yeah, I forgot this applies to this as well, which is really handy. I have not touched this companion in so long. Holy crap. Wow, he has really high shields actually. Wait a minute. Where's, there it is, calculate redirection. Yes, I can use Sly for the shield tech. And then, where's the other Bonbon? Not Seismic. Not Vicious. There it is, Reforce Bond. Put that on. Hell yeah! Can you show me your Scourge build? Yeah, I can show it. I somehow still don't understand Limbo. I look forward to the new Limbo vid. Yeah, no worries, Nukert. He's a tricky one to understand, because the problem with Limbo is that he doesn't function like any other frame, so when people try comparing him to others, it confuses everybody. Because, like, the one rule that I found with Limbo, you have to treat him as his own thing. Yeah, equip that. Because the moment you try treating him as something else, like especially another frame, it can get really difficult to understand him. It's like, what's a good description? It'd be the same as trying to... Let me think. Yeah, I have that. I guess I could put this on, no point. Alright, let me throw... Oh, I gotta level that first. Hey Xena, how's it going? Having a mod for a Loki decoy martyr augment took itself from multiple ways to survive. You don't need that many ways to survive. Like, my philosophy when it comes to survival methods is you typically only need at minimum 2. You need one that's your first line of defense, and another one that's your last line of defense. What you don't want is to only have one, because if that one fails, then you're fucked. It's why we typically build in the shield gating and then have something like, what's it called, Last Gasp to help us out. No, we'll complete. Oh yeah, let me show the Scourge. I forgot. We like fire rates. I've also got a room for reload speed and damage. Do you think removing Hydroid's undertow is justified? Nah, I don't think so, Tactic. I feel like, doing that, they kind of removed a huge bit of his identity. Like, it easily could have been made a hold cast, and now he's like a generic Korra, basically. He's Korra 2.0. So Newkirk, the way I built it is I built it for applying sass effects, as well as, disarming enemies with, primary abstract. Alright, let's complete this one real quick, and then we'll go do the Archon Hunt. Since I still gotta do that. It's weird to be running the Sly again, not gonna lie. I kinda wish there was like an actual effect that you could see. Yeah, survival instinct, there it is. Okay. Trying to remember if there's another mod that the Sly can get. I have almost the same build. Nice. And we'll do this, and then we'll get that big thing of Void come right there after we're done sealing this. Alright, let me go into the Rift and read. Kavat / Fulfilez has the most amount of ways of negating death. That's true, you're right. At least for them, I don't know about the player, though. I think my biggest problem with, whatchamacallit here, this, ability that the Sly has, is I can't visibly tell when it's on or not. Which makes me wonder if it even is. Because, that's a critique that I have about, a lot of things these days in Warframe, is that there's not a whole lot of things that are clearly telegraphed. Not in the sense of, like, they need to be the most obvious things on the planet, and if you somehow miss it, you're an idiot, but more so, there has to be, like, a reaction whenever something's on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna switch off of the Sly in a moment. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's the Thrax. Oh, come on. Get back here. Strip. There we go. Alright, now I can leave. Sick thumbnail. You're welcome, Furry Master. That was a piece of concept art that I made for the New Testament, actually. It's not gonna get used, sadly. I have something else in mind, but that was one of the first renditions I made like about 2 months ago. Yeah, I don't like what the Sly does. Like, I can't tell when it's going off or not, which is really frustrating. Because it only shows me the downtime timer, not the actual timer for the thing itself. I will, however, switch over to my Crescent, because I've actually been wanting to level this one up specifically for a while. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of when I was talking about the Sly. What else do we got here that I can put on? Tech Enhance. This one do? And then Crescent Devolution. Gains true form after 30 seconds. Ah. With the Wolf Phyla having Hunter Recovery, Reinforced, Tech Assault, Martyr, Low Pain, Being Survival Instinct, and Crescent Charge with Puncture. Ah, okay, okay. What the heck is this one? Oh. Hasten Deflection. I've considered putting this on. And I just realized I could level this one up and put on the, shield mods as well. Sepsis. I'm actually gonna drop that and put on Burning Claws. There we go. Alright, let's go do an Archon Hunt. Although, wait a minute. What's my build right now? Okay, this is the build then that I want. Good. That guy's got a cool profile pic. That's another cool one right there. Is that like a stalker one? I can't tell. It kind of looks like a stalker though. And then Valkyr, of course, like a Dog Days Valkyr, I assume. Cool shit. Man, the Torxicas are so nice. Whoever thought of these is a genius. Hey Shy, how you doing? Also, that reminds me, anybody in the chat, if you want to join the call, let me know and I can invite you in. Doing good? Hell yeah! Also, thank you for sending me those songs, Shy. I like them. How you doing? Pretty good, actually. I had a decent night's rest. Been working on videos and stuff, you know? Also been looking for a new job, because I kind of hate where I work right now. So it's a mini aggro reset with Sly. Ah, I see, okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like the stealth thing from Sly needs to be a bit longer, though, in my opinion. And you showed me the greatness of Death Stranding? Fuck yeah. Death Stranding 2's music in particular is so good. Like, Woodkid and Ludwig Forsell fucking cooked with that OST. Oh, I just saw him. I just saw the Sly lift up the enemy. That was awesome. I get increased amp efficiency when I do this, but let's go. It's such a small amount of time, but if you need it a second to breathe for cata shields or doing an ability, it can work. That's true. That's a good point. Might just have to experiment with it a bit more then, in that case. Because I feel like that's a problem that, not just me, but I feel like everybody in this game has, where like people aren't like patient enough to really try a whole lot of things, which is, I think it's part of the reason why so many frames tend to get certain hate. Like, not just Limbo, I would say it applies to Lavos, it applies to Sevagoth as well before he got his prime. Where people just wouldn't give the frames light of day because, like, they just had a lot to invest into first. People just want the nuke slop, sadly. We need more unique akimbos in Warframe, to be honest. I agree, Ruben. Like, one I've always wanted is, like, akimbo, like, disc launchers, to be honest. Like, if any of you have seen, like, the Tron movies, imagine the discs, but it's a gun. Slightly like the, what you would call it, the miter, in a sense. What is it? Oh, it's interception. Alright. Not that big of a deal. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, to be fair, that's kind of what we got in the miter Incarnon, so... Excuse me. I can't be too upset, but... would be nice. That would be nice? Hell yeah. Yeah, like, that's actually something I'm gonna bring up with, the Incarnon's video, because I've decided that I'm gonna work on that when it comes to videos before the New Testament comes out. I feel like, in my opinion, this is, like, kind of spoilers for what I'll be talking about more of in the video. I feel like the Incarnon system was wasted potential. Like, it started off really strong with the Zariman Incarnons, and then it kind of just fell off afterwards, in my opinion. Not saying they're bad by any means. Like, I do think the some of the Incarnons that we did get are amazing. And then there's, like, not even the Torrid. What's a good example? The, what's that Incarnon called? The Burston Incarnon. That feels like just a souped up version of what it already does. Like, it could have just been a perk for the weapon, like to have increased fire rate, and nothing would have changed. Same thing with the Bratton too, because I like the Bratton, don't get me wrong, but I feel like its Incarnon could have just been a perk for the base fire, and then they could have added an entirely new Incarnon mode. Personally, like the Ack and Brunt Incarnon. I mean, that's fair, Ruben. I haven't played it yet, but it's on my radar. The Incarnon is definitely on my radar. It doesn't really feel like the Incarnon actually transform, they just feel like they're better stats. Yeah, exactly, Tack. Like, and that's why, controversially when I say this, because I hate this weapon with a burning passion, but I have to give it props. Unironically, the Torrid Incarnon did the Incarnon system right. Like, it's a completely new weapon instead of just being a stat upgrade, which is what I feel like the Incarnons should be. Which I know is a hot take, because, like, me and my homies hate the Torrid, but I do have to give it props. Same thing with the Gorgon Incarnon, too. It's a completely different weapon that complements what the base form doesn't have, without it being mandatory to use. Oh yes, the guy with the fancy hat was able to catch you live. Hell yeah, Bradley, welcome. How you doing? Ooh, I love the Soda Steve. Fuck yeah. One of my favorites from the Elden Ring DLC. I would like a sparring card that kind of makes you similar to Baruch, where, I don't know, creatures just do a secondary larger hit, but delay by half a second. Okay. Hello. Welcome in. I don't really know what I got it. I thought it'd be a laser beam or something, and then release it. I'm doing great. It's a Monday, lol. Hell yeah, Bradley. It is a lovely Monday. I'll say that much. Got to enjoy my dad's birthday yesterday, and it was a good time. You're trapped in my dimension. Hello, Mew. How you doing? Oh, that's fantastic. I took my dad out to a brewery yesterday. Hell yeah. I feel like Torrid isn't perfect either because you spend so much time in the normal form, it doesn't feel like you were... Really? I would say it's the opposite, Tech. Like, you hit the Incarnon form so fast. Like, the problem I have with the Incarnon is that even though it does the system right, it's still, like, in concept does it right. In execution, it still does it somewhat poorly because you're more incentivized to build into the Incarnon form rather than the base form. Because of... Not because of how strong the Incarnon form is necessarily, like it's kind of mid actually in terms of strength, but room clearing potential is what really makes it good. Like anything that's below say level 500 it can clear just fine, it's once it hits that threshold that it starts having problems. There was the mech set. Which on a side note, I might actually go and equip the Hira's Kubro and do some mecha set things for a little bit. That sounds fun. Always love Limbo, and seeing someone use it correctly makes me happy. Thank you, David. Welcome to the stream. Aha! You're not taking over this area. Ah, damn it! Couldn't get there in time, that's sad. I'm very bad at the game, but love it, lol. Gamma Core card is fun as fuck, great grouping. Yeah, Bradley, that's honestly a really good example of how to do the Incarnon system right. The alt fire complements what the main fire needs, which is what I think Incarnon should do a bit more. It's why I love the Gorgon Incarnon specifically, because it's like it's an AoE weapon, like a delayed AoE weapon, right, that has force proc heat, but you never want to be in it all the time, because it's only good for slight room clear. You want to, like, switch off of it whenever you fight specific units, or if you have Puncher on the main fire, just, like, when you're in hallways or something. Ooh, it's the Storm King's theme. Or Old King Alant's theme from Demon Souls. I gotta work on the stream overlay at some point, thinking about it now. Like, the thing that shows what song is playing would be pretty cool. Sure. The most fun frame, kind of wanted to make him work for a while, but around him till I saw your guide. Well, thank you, Ruben. Happy that I could help. A common situation, welcome to the Rift. Hey Jim, how you doing, buddy? Also, let me know if, I've said this earlier, but if anyone wants to join the stream call, let me know and I can invite you in. That's why the boar is my favorite gun in Incarnon. Burson is a close favorite, but it's pretty vanilla. The KPM slash DPS just helps the dopamine. I'm already. Oh, I'm sorry, Shy. My bad. I didn't know. Let me invite you in. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm just leveling weapons, so.
Hell
it's
yeah.
not bad.
I'm probably gonna. Oh, it looks like Jim's gonna join, so I'll have to invite him to. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sorry, I didn't realize that you were waiting.
No worries, I was busy, so.
Jim!
Hello there.
How you doing?
Quite well, I'll say. Let me just make sure there's no echo on the stream here.
Hey, you good, I think.
You just reminded me that I need to level my Coda, dual Coda Toxica.
Yeah.
I've actually yet to explore that particular weapon, though I did get my hands on it.
Imagine this. A mini Banshee sonar as a gun.
Banshees? Really?
Yep.
All I saw was that it basically just amplifies the damage by 1.5 times.
It's a multiplicative increase with all sources, kind of like how Banshee sonar works.
But it's no way near as aggressive as scaling.
No, obviously not. It's still really good, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the better hit scan pistols, if I'm being honest.
I could see that as a decent assassination tool. For the various, beefy... The various beef boys, there we go. It's honestly become one of my favorites overall since the update dropped. It's such a fun gun. Could imagine. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here experimenting away with rifle and pistol acuity.
It's it's sad what happened to that thing, not gonna lie.
What exactly happened there?
So
like, I have been out of the loop for a while.
So it used to be multiplicative on some guns, so some guns could hit tier 6 crits with it.
Ah.
And because it restricted multi-shot, it felt like kind of like a fair trade-off on those weapons, right? But then they fixed it. Give me a few
was
minutes.
A little too
join.
powerful.
Right.
So you're saying it's an additive crit chance?
Yeah, it is. It's additive. It's it works like crit delay.
Okay, fair enough.
It's sad too.
I
It
was
still
thinking
works
whether or
on,
not that was a final one then, because
nah.
if it was additive, right, then it would basically just be that on top of any crit multiplier, thus taking the nuke core to nuking levels yet again.
It's still good on a handful of weapons, like the Zylok Incarnon loves it, as well as the Purgator one, the Scaldra gun.
Yeah, I have been using it on the Purgator. Recently, I also been experimenting with the Vectis.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that weapon.
And especially with its goddamn skins, because holy hell, I wish we had more of these.
For real.
And let's see, I believe it is called the Teklo skin?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
There we go. More like Sight, to be honest. But yeah, Mew, if you want to join the stream, you'll have to join the Discord server and then let us know and wait in the echo chamber chat so we can drag you into the live chat. Kick guns with Tac Seeker are really good with Cutie. I would imagine because they always go for headshots. Which, on a side note, by the way, Jim, something that really pissed me off about the Acuity fix, you know the Zymos bees?
Yes.
They fixed the crit scaling on it because of it.
Oof.
Yeah. It's sad.
Sad day.
Hello, Puog. How you doing? I am here. Alright, I'll drag you in Mew. 1 second. There's Mew. Welcome in.
Hello.
How you doing?
La.
I'm okay.
Nice. Okay, let me get back on this
Note
stream
that.
chat.
And welcome to the stream.
Does anyone know if I could sell stuff early? I want to buy a Warframe instead of crafting it. So, Puog, you have to hit MR2, and then you can unlock trading. Nope. Wait. Huh? What? Oh, someone hasn't gotten the Deacon Veil yet? Or... Oh, that's weird. We activated the gate, but it's not taking us through the gate. That's so weird.
Oh.
Let me get over here, I guess. That is so strange. Bug frame. Or not? Huh? Damn, I was waiting to not wait so long to craft it. Well, once you get there, you can start trading stuff, Puog, but, there's something else that's important. You have to trade whatever people find valuable, is the problem.
Not to mention just supply and demand.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do Eidolon bounties or Deimos bounties, and sometimes there are mod drops in those bounties. And that's stuff that you could sell, basically, but...
300
Actually,
plots,
one
like
way
2
as
to
well
5
is
frames.
Samara's standing. Because so few people actually get the standing, the mods can easily sell for over 50 platinum.
They do, yeah.
It does take a bit to, especially when one is low or mastering rank, to actually, because of the standing cap per day.
Someone recommended Nezza or Wukong. I'm using Excalibur. So the way you get Wukong or Excalibur, Puog, is that you get them through dojos, which are like the clan system in this game. And you have to have enough credits to buy all the blueprints and then have the materials to build them. Yeah, I think the thing's glitched, which is really annoying. I'm gonna go through the Archon door again.
Is it just me, or does the Skuldra Dedicant, its damage attenuation seems to ramp up the more health it loses?
Mm-hmm, it does. It's a little annoying, not gonna lie. Which is, that kind of stuff makes me think that maybe, what you would call it, damage types like Impact are gonna become more popular because of it. That way they can just, bypass the attenuation completely.
Impact does that?
Kind of. What it does is that it increases the mercy threshold on them. So because of that, they, you can mercy kill them to just bypass the attenuation completely.
Mercy kill them quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't exactly call their threshold that bad. I've noticed Slash as well seem to actually deal with them pretty effectively.
Really?
Assuming, I can kind of show.
I just made the railjack thingy. That's about where I am at this game. Oh, okay. I would say, Puog, just, I would just keep playing for now, and so that way you can open up routes to get stuff. Because where you are in the game, you want to focus on just leveling up and just gathering materials and just getting things done, I would say. So that way you can open up avenues to claim more stuff. It's kind of a slow burn, in a sense. Anyway, first patience here, I gotta get seeing them. It was very nice to see you, Sci-Fi. Alright, Bradley, have a good one. Legendary title. Hello, Hellbrim Gibbs. Welcome to the stream.
Can't exactly stream to you considering you're busy streaming, Sci-Fi.
Say that again? Sorry?
I can't exactly stream to you considering you're busy streaming yourself right now.
Yeah, no worries. It's alright. I can take a look later.
I can show you what I have been cooking with when it, yeah, here in the Simulacrum.
I think after this Archon Hunt, you can actually invite me in and I can take a look.
Yeah, sure. By the way, I have managed to actually send the message off to Digital Extremes now. We'll see whether or not they'll take me up on the offer.
I would hope so. It'd be nice.
It'll be very interesting. Granted, it is a little bit arrogant to assume that that they can make use of my skills, if you will, considering the knowledge that they have access to.
That's true, but it doesn't hurt to try things.
Uh-huh. Always better to just shoot the shot, you know. Even if it misses, it's still shot.
I'm low-key considering leaving this mission and restarting because these guys can't get over here.
Wow.
The map is bugged, so the marker for Naira is on where the last Mask Boy was.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna reload if the host leaves, doesn't it? So that's another option.
Yeah, probably.
What did you build on your Coda Toxica, if I may ask?
I built it for getting headshots and stuff like that, so I have the Galv scope mod for pistols, crit damage, and then the base element I chose is impact, actually.
Okay, interesting.
Because it staggers enemies and builds up the mercy a bit faster. And then I also have secondary encumber because these spores also can proc statuses when they're on enemies.
I see.
Is Ember good? That's the only other Final Craft thing. Oh yeah, she's great. Like Puog, she's really solid, especially for early game. Like the kind of power that she has is very formidable in not just early game, but even Steel Path. Her power is debatable beyond Steel Path, normal Steel Path levels, like 500 and up, because some people say, oh, it's terrible, but it's like she has access to what's that mechanic called? Heat Inherit, so I don't really see that as a big issue personally.
Mind slash heat honestly wrecks these guys. Damn.
Get killed, Naira. There we go. Aha! Cool.
Just a casual 9 million damage red crit. Why not?
Nice. Heck yeah. What are some good weapons to use with Limbo? Any chaining weapon is really good. They act as like a cheat code to be able to see who's in the rift or not. You just hit one enemy that's in the rift, and then they'll chain to all enemies that are in the rift with you, so you don't have to worry about it. Any multiplicative weapon is really good because of Rift Torrent. So it'll act as the base damage.
To elaborate on that one, it has to do with the mod
The
Galvanized Shot. Basically, the galvanized mods that give you damage per status that is applied to the enemies.
Yeah. And the damage is applied after your crits rather than before, like how the Galv mods is supposed to work. In the case of those weapons, like, the easiest way to know if it's multiplicative or not, just check to see if it's a projectile weapon. If it is, then it's multiplicative, generally.
Example, a bow. It doesn't hit instantly.
Yeah. Why do you use Limbo for Archon Hunt? He's pretty solid in hunts, especially if you use something like the Scourge. And he's also my main, so... Alright, Jim, you can
Hey,
invite me.
Just as a general rule with Limbo, it's mostly that he takes a rather unique gameplay experience with him to practically any mission.
Yep.
On top of that, he is, contrary to what first impressions would say, rather tanky.
Yeah, he's...
It does require you to, quote-unquote, get good with him, though.
Yeah. He is very strong, though. What if they add, like, a highlight, and it acts as a sword, as a sector? Teammates can only be banished via this highlighted sector. I think that would sort a lot of problems. Maybe serious, maybe. Alright, Jim DeFuzz, I'm ready to be whisked away.
Being away in progress.
Alright, let's see this damage
on it.
attenuation slash stuff.
Actually, it works rather decently. Let me just... There he is. You may want to get that Crescent Wolf Filer out of here.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. Oh, man. Whew. There we go. Let's look at this. Alright. Thank you, Pixel Floofs, for subscribing.
Oh, that was 23 million I saw there.
Oh.
I mean, look how they're basically just falling down here with the damage.
Wait.
And I stopped firing.
Let me try my torts because... I may have judged Slash a little too harshly.
I mean, it depends on the enemy that you're up against and how much base health they have.
That's true, but like, with this in particular, it seems like it's doing way more than it should because of the damage attenuation.
But believe status damage as a general rule. Like, yeah, it's scaled with the damage attenuation, but the proc damage itself is not. And enemies with damage attenuation, at least when it comes to the Scaldra Dedicant here, he is not having that much HP compared to, say, an infested Joculus.
I'd like though to add some new companions in the Tau if possible. They add so much to the game in terms of mechanics and interactions. I would like that, Cirrus. I really don't think Slash is worse than Radiation. Beforehand, yes, but I feel like after this, I think I'll put them neck and neck at this point. Both are good for different things.
Is this heat damage doing on these things? And yeah, the procs themselves don't really deal that much. This is even with limbo buffs and everything. Well, you know what happens the second that I bring out the Exodia Contagion.
What are your thoughts on Garuda Prime? Good frame. Like, if you want to see a main talk about it, I would recommend watching Lady Xena's video on Garuda. She's the Garuda main around here. Well, Cirrus, it's not just that, but also the health type multipliers got removed too, because I think people forget that another reason why Slash was so good was because the health type below the armor was also weak to Slash, so it amplified the damage even more.
Wanna give him a shot, Si?
Yeah, sure. One second.
Like, honestly, the ultimate damage test when it comes to attenuated enemies.
Can the armor shut them, right? I can.
Yeah, it's not gonna do a whole lot though.
I'm just standing on top of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what the fuck? You were not kidding about the damage attenuation.
Yeah, like, these things are just absurd in so many ways.
That's true, Sai. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Just get...
Yeah, I feel like now that we see that Slash does seem to bypass the Skuldra Dedicate's attenuation, it's honestly not that bad as before. It's got more of a use now, especially because it's a piece of content that we play regularly these days. Oh. Something's dying.
That was me going at it.
Ah, I see.
Like, let me just kill these and respawn. Clear your cataclysm.
I'm
Also
actually...
need Derpling here. Like, that there was basically just showing how insane the melee influence is along with the Rift Torrent. Just goes nuts. Now, get Derpling onto here as well.
Yeah, I'm MR11 and I'm a big fan of Garuda and Orexia. My AoE weapons. Any AoE weapons you recommend? That's a tricky one. Like, there's not many like true AoEs I play too much, mainly because I like single target rifles. But I know this is like the most used weapon of 2024, but the Tenet Envoy is a personal favorite of mine. That thing goes hard. Damn.
I'm not sure I got the stealth multiplier to work here. Hold up. Did they fix that? Just one moment, please.
Are they aware right now?
I know why. It's because the AI is not turned on.
Hmm.
Well, AI's on now.
Might not work because they're targeting me, though, is the problem.
That should not be a problem. Let's see, this should work then.
Your vids are sick. Thank you, Ethan. Oh. Almost died. Love from the UK.
There we go, that got it. Slower than I thought they would, though. Need to run this one more time, just to be sure.
I'm gonna leave the sim. Oh, we got 28 viewers. Fucking hell. Haven't seen that in a while. Alright, let me get up the Huras. Where's my Huras? Yep, there you are. Shocking Claws. I'm gonna actually take that off and put on Burning Claws. Assassin Posture, and then what's Bloodthirst? Oh, Health Stolen with Slash. Oh.
I think they might actually have fixed the infinite stealth multiplier.
Nah, I doubt it. I'll check once I'm out of here.
Please do. because my cost assist is not doing what it used to do.
Let me check.
Trickery, Crepuscular. Aha, it's because I picked the Coda cost assist.
Want to know a good loot? I would say just practice, David. Like, throw something at the wall and see what happens, kind of thing. Because it's kind of what makes Limbo fun. Is that it's kind of like the sandbox frame in a sense. You can do whatever you want. Oh, Rift only works in the Rift. It does, Newkirk. It's pretty strong too. Alright, I'm gonna activate it then. Let me see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, the Rift multiplier still works.
Yeah, it's working for me right here. I was gonna say.
Yeah. You're back.
Love that shit. Alright. Alright, so it still works. Very nice. This augment is so overpowered. Yeah. I would hope DE makes it base kit with a rework. Let me see. Alright, so Archon Hunt's done. Incursions are done. What about Fishers? If you want to do a conjunction survival Fisher?
I'm always up for cracking relics.
Yeah, let's go. Jim, do you want him? Hey Mew, would you like to join us?
Sure. Well, I have no idea how long I'm going to survive.
You're good. We'll play as we go. What's your in-game name? Yeah, put it into open the live chat or open chat or no mic and put your name there.
Yeah.
It's not about cracking some relics, it's about sending a message. Hey AJ, how you doing? Alright, Squirtle 64. Alright. There we go. Peep the Bloodborne, that's my favorite game besides Warframe. Oh yeah, Ethan, I would say my favorite video game of all time is Bloodborne, but I would say the best video game that is, like, kind of tied for my favorite is Death Stranding 2 that came out recently. Like, both are phenomenal experiences. I'm gonna slap on the mecha set. Let me see. Where is mecha? Mecha. There it is, Mecha Pulse. Slap you over that. And we're gonna drop Eruption and put on Molt Augmented. Time to nuke roofs. Hey, only one dead. How you doing, buddy? You want to join us for a little bit, man, or you still resting? I am an arcane enjoyer myself, Ethan. I actually have a character that's like level 200 right now that I've been playing with that is fully arcane based with some strength and skill. And using the Moonlight Greatsword right now. That and the Cause Parasite, because that thing is awesome. We love becoming the Lovecraftian tentacle broccoli. Wait and see if Jim comes back and then we'll start. Yeah, at least we have 40 minutes, that's good. Can we actually equip a different weapon? Moonlight Sword is unreal in that game, Elden Ring 2. I think the Bloodborne Moonlight Greatsword is really good. I actually really dislike the Elden Ring variant. Doesn't feel the same. Gonna be back in 1 second. No worries, Shy. You're good. I'm actually gonna bust out the board for a little bit. Needed some rest today. I don't even know if I'm gonna play games. No worries, Dad. You're good. Inferno, Gap Standing, Shotgun Elementalist. D-Cell. Where's Point Blank? There it is. Bloodborne emulation is pretty good now. You can hit 60 FPS, which is really nice. I still need to play that, unironically. What's your opinion on Corvex? I've made them since release. He's good for where we currently play tech. Like, he can get things done, but he definitely needs help, I think. Like, he needs to be future-proofed, in my opinion. Which is what I hope the health and armor rework does for him when they eventually, like, whatever they announce for that. Hopefully, it does something. Because conceptually, I like Corvex. Like, even I enjoy playing him, but I feel he's in a weird spot right now. I'm so happy you got an augment, dear God. The Corvex situation is crazy. I wonder if I should reroll this. I would love for health tanking to become more reasonable. Yeah, attack. Agreed. You'd think he's a tank, but he somehow isn't. Yeah. Like, I feel what would really help him, give the 3 damage reduction, and maybe have something involving radiation where maybe it leeches health, so that way it heals him whenever he gets a rad proc. I think if they did something like that, it would put him in a much better spot. That way he doesn't have to build into those sort of things. I don't even know how they release this 3 with no DR. It is so obvious. Literally dead. Literally. Welcome back, Shy.
Yeah, didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no worries. You're good. Still waiting for Jim to get back, I think, if he wants to join. But yeah, that's Corvex. Conceptually, he's great. In practice, he isn't, and I really hope he gets more. His 3 could very easily just be a passive. Yeah, I can kind of see that. He has this issue where a good 70% of his buddies are just putting arcanes and augments on him to give him stuff he should have on base. Yeah, exactly, Cosmic. At least he got full invulnerability on the 4, I guess. True, Ruben. An idea that I've had, honestly... What's your board, Ruben? It's damage and reload speed, Alexander. Or no, sorry, status duration and reload speed. Damage and reload speed is the one that I have on the Purgator. Or not the Purgator, the Scourge. The Scourge. It is hard to keep track of runes. Speaking of which, while we're here, I can level up some mods. Where are my Banes? Cleanse Grenier. Oh, I can actually upgrade this one. There we go. It's a side grade. I'm gonna open my blinds real quick. What a beautiful morning. Sai, thoughts on the rumor that in the Tau update we may be able to create custom frames? I would love that idea. I don't think DE will ever do it. It'd be way too hard to balance. Much as I want that myself, I don't think it will ever happen. At least not in my lifetime. Sorry,
They
Mew?
had custom frames. Everyone would just run around with the same 4 abilities.
Oh yeah, because like I keep saying, people keep treating the game like Call of Duty when they need to treat it like Terraria. If they did that, they would show it on the TennoCon, surely. I doubt it, Tac. They would probably actually save something like that if it's like a last minute idea anyway for a dev stream. And they've done surprises like that before, because if I remember correctly, at TennoCon when they showed off Duviri, they didn't show off the Incarnons yet when that happened. They saved that for a dev stream, so for all we know, it could end up just happening. But I highly doubt it. Alright, I think we'll get started without Jim, because it looks like he's going to be a little while. Alright, here we go. To be honest, I don't even envision how that would work regardless of balancing. Yeah, Cirrus, that's like, one of my ideas would be to allow us to put on multiple abilities from the helmet and maybe have a few new custom ones they would introduce for Tau. But even with that, it still brings up the problem that people would just go with the same loadout over and over again and not innovate or try anything different.
Oh.
It would just be really difficult to do.
That's a new arrow.
Oh. That's weird. Let me invite you in again.
Yeah, I got host migration immediately and then failed to create instant.
It's bizarre. Hello, Carino. How you doing? Stealth.
I see that we have 2 dual icons here.
We
Okay.
do.
Funny.
Hey, it's a good weapon.
Yeah, you convinced me to play melee vortex on it, so
It's good, isn't it?
it's really good. Like, in theory, I tested it out several times. It covers more range than melee influence if you do it right.
Yeah, because it's like, the thing I think people forget about Vortex, and it's why I tend to dick ride it so much, is that you just need to get that one kill, and so long as you can get magnetic easily, you can sustain like a full loop of just bringing enemies to you over and over again, which is really handy.
Yeah. Especially with dual iCore, it's just, yeah, they're just getting sucked in and they just die and suck even more enemies in.
They're like, hey,
Just chains together.
they're like, hey, that's a funny looking weapon. Ah!
Exactly, the tornado of death, or I don't know. The vacuum cleaner, exactly.
They got suck mudded.
Oh gosh.
The more freedom we get helmet-wise, the more restrictive the builds will end up being, both from DE's Nerf Hammer and people's ideas. A single ability promotes experimentation while not being too crazy, and even then DE feels like limiting the system. Imagine if you open the door to 2 abilities. For real, Dad, for real. I have now gotten every frame in the game, and my main now is Lavos. Hell yeah, stinky skills. Also, welcome to the stream.
But I mean, if you would have the ability to use 2 skills in one Warframe, there's no real point in playing specific Warframes anymore.
Yeah.
Or depends. But
Yeah, I'm all for Warframe being a sandbox, because that's why I like to treat the game as, right? But even then, there has to be some restrictions, because if there's no balance, then there's no game.
I really already are in
It will certainly be a major transformation of how Warframe works as a whole. With Warframes, like, you would essentially destroy the idea of Warframes as individual things and much more as skins.
Yeah.
So take a Limbo, put on however many abilities you want, and call it a day. That's your build. Yeah. Understandably, it was limited.
I even feel
You
like
said
they shouldn't have opened that kind of door to the helmet system in the first place, because I feel like it's caused too many problems.
I heard something about them having considered destroying the helmet system entire. Where do you have that from?
No, that's just me saying things. There's no news or anything on
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
It's
Yeah,
just
that's
that if it
what
were
it
up
was
to
to
me,
me.
if it were up to me, I would do it. Like,
I
I wouldn't care what
just-
the player backlash is, I would do it.
I just
I
would
was
wish
about
that
to
they
say.
would revisit some older Warframes and change some abilities more regularly, instead of just, here, get a new augment here, you have helmets, you can fix them.
Yeah, that's why I really despise the helmet system personally, because it's like DE is treating it as the band-aid fix to your frames, while I'm like, motherfucker, fix the frame.
Oberon, Corvex, like they had to release so many, I don't know, new augments for Corvex just to make him playable in
Yeah.
some sort of sense.
Sci-Fi's friend, whose name I don't know exactly. That's Jim the Fuzz, dead. Good friend of the channel. Very good friend.
Yeah, I happen to stick around from time to time. When I don't happen to hit a cryopod for half a year.
I wish we could subsume any ability a Warframe has. Would be nice to get Ash and Viz on different frames. Nah, Stinky. I disagree. I think that would cause
And
some problems.
just so careful about invisibility already.
I was about to say, invisibility alone we have precedence for.
It's
The
like,
old Naramon.
it's really broken, so I can understand why they limited that much.
You should just change up which abilities are in the helmet every now and then. I guess that could work, where like maybe it's like a timer-based system where like resets maybe once a week or something. That could work.
I mean, that's essentially just a call for more variety, or more abilities to be considered for the helmet system.
You gotta love when you get unfrozen and there's a leech Eximus underneath your feet.
Yeah, but like imagine lavas with sonar, basically.
Oh god.
Having gas clouds everywhere, which scale with everything, and then sonar spots as well. It would be fun, but it also, I don't know.
Damage cap for days.
Exactly.
I just don't like that everyone uses Roar Clips and it's just boring, give us more stuff. Yes, Stinky, but at the same time, you don't fix that by allowing everything to be in the helmet system, because then there's going to be new stuff that will fit that bill instead.
I mean,
I personally don't disagree with him when it comes to wanting more variety. I think many of us can emphasize with that.
Well, yeah,
It's,
but my
of
point
course,
is
about doing
that...
it in-
Yeah, but my point is that it's those things now, but if they open up the helmet system and everything, there's going to be new things that take that top spot instead, and then you're back to square one.
I mean, absolutely, which is what this whole debate has been around, how something as simple as adding invisibility can completely fuck up the entire game if everyone can use it.
I mean, I just tried with the quiver from how was she called? Ivara, as that's a subsumes ability, and you can shoot your own sentinels and be invisible. And it's just
You can.
yeah, and it's just like
That would destroy balance as
vulnerability
everyone
which-
would put Mesmer skin on every frame, for real. Case in point.
but like invisibility is also some form of invulnerability basically.
Yeah.
So
Also, sorry for interrupting you, Shy.
no
My bad.
worries. I'm sorry for interrupting your stream sometimes.
Oh,
So
you're
Quiver is
you're
relatively limited in terms of the duration, is it not?
Say that again?
The quiver invisibility is relatively limited in terms of duration, is it not?
yeah, but if you go for a lot of duration, it's you need to just apply it every 40 seconds basically,
Yeah, okay,
which is
fair
long
enough.
enough.
I was about to say that is most definitely long enough. I guess the main thing that keeps it down right now in terms because then it comes down to a simple matter of how many people use it.
Yeah, and at the same
Naramon
time,
was easy to access, where the fact that you need to know a relatively obscure tech in order to make use of it for Ivara does bring down usage numbers. I've noticed that they rarely have a problem with power. They have a problem with power when it becomes true prevalent.
It's power when it becomes prevalent, and also power that's easy to access, too.
That's basically my point, right? It's about ease of access.
Fair
and at
point,
the same
yeah.
time, like quiver, also you need to equip a specific sentinel and so on. So you need to do a lot of stuff to make it work.
Honestly, I think the helmet takes from the frames, taking and placing abilities that aren't from the frames just takes away from every frame. In a sense, yeah, David. True. Oh god, it's violence.
I mean, I guess one of the examples there would be Limbo. Essentially, how a lot of people were like, yeah, okay, now we don't need to use Limbo at all because we can just give Banish to anything. In practice, though, that's not happened because people tend to be allergic to using the Rift.
Yeah. Quiver on Mesa is already kind of overpowered, to be honest, and you imagine you straight up allow people to use Loki's Invis, for example, and we can see how things just break altogether. Yeah.
I guess one of the main reasons why DE do these things, it's basically about meta control, right? So a very simple example is if we have one Warframe which is just the de facto best at everything. It cannot die, it insta-kills anything. what reason do you have to use any other Warframe now?
Yep.
I just enjoy the gameplay.
Well, true,
Like,
yeah.
one
definitely,
can.
but-
One can.
I don't know. Like, it's a
The
PvE
meta
game,
gets
so...
stale. The meta still gets incredibly stale and boring, where Warframe, it thrives on its rather large selection of guns and tools that you can experiment with. It dies when you're forced to pick just one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Sandbox doesn't work if the tools in the box are, well, weaker than, say, a really good shovel for the sand. That's a really bad analogy, but I hope you get my point.
It's easier to use the shovel than your hands, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of the reason why they nuked Valkyrie's invulnerability in favor of a death game tanking. I mean, kind of, Ruben. That was more so to make you work for her vulnerability instead of being like a complete removal of the system.
I mean, they also try to do that approach with invisibility. Side09 needs to do headshots to keep his invisibility up, for
Yeah.
example. And I really do like the mechanic, because invisibility is so strong, and then you at least need to do something to keep it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
I mean, they have done that as early as Arcane Trickery.
Arcane Trickery is really nice.
I mean, in theory, yes, but you cannot keep it up consistently, yeah? Which is why I dislike it a lot.
It
mean,
can
you
be.
can.
It can be easy to keep up. It depends on the frame and it depends on the weapons you use. To be honest.
I mean, a nice example is Warplan, because they recently changed Arcane Trickery so that it triggers not just on single finishers, it triggers on ground finishers.
Yep.
So
Okay.
take a Warban, Vortex, drag enemies in, and then use the ground finishers to hit a bunch of enemies all at once. There you go. Even
Alrighty.
then, it is only 30 seconds, which is on the low end for comfort when it comes to
Yeah.
invisibility.
Yeah,
Considering
I mean,
it
I
takes
tried
so
it on
long to get
Banshee
back up.
because she has like the silence ability and her Savage Silence augment.
You could say
Oh.
Gauss was that before the EHP change, which kind of nerfed Thermal Sunder. Gauss basically couldn't die and still can't due to a certain interaction, and Sunder nuked everything. True, true. To be fair though, with Gauss, you kind of worked for that, because you still had to have like a good battery
Exactly.
and stuff like that. Whereas with something like Mesmer Skim, for example, you just press a button and you're good. But what makes Revenant somewhat balanced is the fact that's all he really does. He doesn't really have anything else, it's just invincibility. Which I think is fine. Like, invincibility I don't think is a problem, it's when it's invincibility alongside like millions of other things that are really good that are a problem.
I mean, they essentially have invincibility when it comes to Revenant.
Oh, that's what I meant to say, sorry, invincibility, not invisibility.
I was about to say.
My brain is, like I said at the beginning of the stream, my brain ain't braining as it should.
I guess one of my favorite examples in why one can technically justify Revenant in a balance sense comes back to the old days of Dark Souls 2. They basically had this one katana which is just leagues above everything else. The good old Chaos Blade, it became just a meta in PvP and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But the justification for having it is exactly because it's easy to use, but it's also extremely simple.
Yeah.
Like, it is an entry point into the wider things until you're comfortable enough to experiment further.
Yeah.
So I see Revenant in much the same way, right? Like, he doesn't do much more than stay alive, but he does that extremely well. So he's easy to go to. And then once you're
Yeah.
comfortable enough, you can switch to something else.
I don't get people
Easy
that say...
access.
Oh, sorry, should I continue? My
No,
bad.
no. Nah, I don't know. Revenant is easy. It's like very accessible for new players.
Yeah.
And whenever I see those Warframe tier lists, this is the best Warframe, I think more of it, okay, those are the most accessible Warframes for new people.
That's what I wish they would reframe those tier lists as, because it's not really a showcase of power, it's power relative to ease of use, if anything.
Power relative to ease of use and relative to your target audience.
Yep, exactly. I don't get people that say Rev is overpowered. Like, motherfucker, I could put Roar on Trinity and be almost unkillable while making the whole team unkillable while buffing them too. I don't get it. Yeah, I think it, the way I look at it, Dead, and this is like my biggest critique of not just creators, but mainly a lot of players these days, is that, well, a lot of players these days, in my opinion, don't really think outside the box when it comes to stuff. They try to look at just one thing instead of the whole picture, would be the better way of putting it.
But at the same time, it takes a lot of time to get into Warframe's mechanics and to get to a point in which you are comfortable to experiment with new weapons, with new frames.
That is true, and that's why I think Revenant is somewhat fine as like a way to get into the game. Like, he was always kind of that for me to an extent. But at the same time, I think it's a problem when not just creators, but honestly the game itself de-incentivizes you to really experiment once you get Revenant.
And that's the downside of those sort of things, which is why it's a constant balancing act to ensure that the usage numbers are right.
Yeah.
He needs to be easy to get into, but he needs also to not have enough stuff to do that he's the only right choice.
Hey Arson, how you doing?
He's designed to be boring.
It's not ironically just a skill issue if you haven't been playing this game for years. I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a skill issue, because I honestly find that kind of phrase to be kind of dumb. It's more so of a not incentivized kind of issue would be the better way of putting it. Because, like, Warframe doesn't really have a whole lot of skill-based stuff in it, I would say. It's more so incentive to use those sort of things relative to what you want and versus what you like. Because if it were actually a skill issue and, like, people would get good, then probably at the end of the day everyone would, not everybody, but a large majority would probably choose Limbo after a little while because of him being skill-based. I just feel like once you get Revenant, the incentive just kind of goes away to try anything because people think, oh, he's the best, but it's also precisely because they don't try experimenting that they don't realize that there's so much other stuff out there they could be trying. Hey Julio, how's it going? I mean, yeah. See what you mean. By skill, I should have just said knowledge, to be honest. More a knowledge issue. Yeah, knowledge issue. That's another good way of putting it. Like, unless you're playing Limbo or Equinox, there's not really any skill-based characters in this game, I would say.
I mean, the skill that you must apply most of the time is basically, oh, okay, I know how damage works or how my weapons will interact.
Yeah.
And that's basically, yeah. But it's a looter shooter, not particularly difficult, so.
I think the hardest thing in all of Warframe is just getting into learning how it works at the end of the day.
Yeah, basically.
That's the only true skill involved, just understanding the game. Which is what I always found really ironic about Warframe, how, like, whenever I hear people complaining about certain mechanics, it's like, you're complaining about not wanting to learn the game. Isn't the whole point of playing a game learning how it works? Oh no, he will not, because you gotta press more than one button, and very often people aren't that lazy. Yeah, sadly. Dante having one of the most fun exalts and best debuffs in the game, the community, haha 2024. Or haha 224. For real. And then you've also got the flip side of the spectrum. People that, like, really know the game, right? But then end up pigeonholing themselves and only using a select number of things because it's the quote-unquote best in their eyes. Which is kind of sad.
I kind of feel attacked right now. Just
No.
playing Antifa.
Not like that, but I'm talking about, like, Not gonna call anyone specifically by any means, but those kinds of people, either creators or players, where, like, they go purely by the maths rather than what they find most interesting or fun to play with.
Yeah, okay, fair.
And then it's another thing where, like, if you're being too overpowered, like, no offense, maybe nerf yourself a little bit. I mean, that's how I get through this game. I enjoy myself. I play within my needs, not with whatever's the strongest.
Of course, it depends upon the player type one is.
That's true, yeah.
Like, for some people, to be fair, the lad was more heavily autistic, so he was extremely goal-based. But some people indeed are... The thing that they get out of video games is seeing that treasure chest and opening it. Not
Yeah,
so
that's
much the
true.
journey to the treasure chest.
Yeah. I'm very much a guy that, like, I care mostly about the journey, not the destination.
But at the same time, like, Warframe has so many different ways to play. It's so...
Toxin.
I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like, my philosophy has always been when it comes to video games, especially Warframe, it's like, sure, I could use the most powerful thing, but if I'm not having fun, why do the thing in the first place?
Yeah. Other people have fun while using the most powerful thing though, I guess. So
And
Yeah.
again,
But-
some of those people can very much be of the type that wants to get things done as effectively as possible, because seeing that drop happen is what gets them.
yeah. Or like the speed Eidolon hunting. Speedrun Eidolon hunting is something on its own, for example.
The one argument I'm most on the fence about is the classic tired father of two gets home from a 12-hour plus shift and just wants to chill. That's the one that I honestly I both agree and disagree with that argument, mainly because of the fact that Warframe is one of those games where, like, it's a game that is ever expanding, right? And if you keep trying to appeal only to that people, it just makes it so that the game's content gets completed too quickly, which makes the journey short and therefore kind of boring. Especially when the tools become more and more brain dead over time, either because of people like that or other kinds of people, like other demographics. And even then, the tool already exists. It's Revenant. If they don't want to invest, then play Revenant. Like, I'm not against those kinds of tools existing. It's when they interfere with the health of the game and the player base that I take a problem with it. It's almost like, what's that one phrasing that someone said about censorship? Not the exact same thing, but concept, but like similar. It's like saying someone can't enjoy a steak because a baby can't eat it.
And it's the whole... You have a certain target audience, you cannot appease everybody, but everybody that is playing your game, even remotely, wants the game to be tailored to them.
Well, yeah, and that's why I think it's fine
If a baby,
to have...
if
Sorry.
a baby is playing Warframe, well, at the actual knowledge too, let's just disregard all of that. They would obviously want there to be some form of chocolate dispenser somewhere, you know.
Well, yeah, and that's why I think it's fine to do that. It's when you change all the other tools to appeal to that audience is one of my problems
Again,
begin.
it's a matter of your balancing act, and honestly, it's one of the main reasons right now why DE is hesitant to actually rework Limbo, at least according to the tweet by Pablo. Like, there are two demographics, and both want something different.
In my opinion, he should just appeal to the people that play him, because, like, here's my thought process on that whole thing. Reworking Limbo will not get people to play him that much, I'm sorry. Like, we've seen it with Hydroid, we've seen it with Caliban, we've seen it with so many people. They'll play it for a little bit, and then they drop it and go back to what they like the most. You're better off just making something for the fans.
Again, people want the game to befit their own group, obviously.
I know, but that's my problem with it. It's that if you try appealing to only one demographic, you lose that, and if you try appealing to everybody, you appeal to nobody. It's better to appeal to the core audience.
It's also a matter of respect, because I honestly find this to be a core tenet of a Limbo player, is to show respect to your fellow players by realizing, yeah, Limbo can be disruptive.
Oh yeah.
Like, we are in a public sandbox where we are all allowed to play. So if one starts to literally section off the sandbox and say, this is mine now.
Well, I know, I get that part of it, but there's also another important thing to remember, is that we're diehard fans of the character, right, Jim? And we want the character to be in our way. And, like, regardless of what other people think, like, especially like with the Hydroid rework, for example, right, where it drove off most of the mains, if they try appealing to the broader audience, it won't save the character, I would say. Like, it won't do anything except drive away the people that like him, and the people who get into him will just play him for a little bit and then leave, and then he just doesn't get used, making the whole point of the rework completely pointless, because now you have a frame that nobody wants to use.
Unless you find a completely new niche for him to occupy. Personally, the reason why I've written Pablo recently is because I believe, like, there is a way to solve the problem so that both parties can actually have players can feel safe when there's a Limbo around, that he's not gonna fuck up and destroy things for everybody else around him.
Yep, and my thought process with that is just make access to the Rift easier for allies, and make, like, the ability to tell what's rifted and not easier. Like, that's all you need to do, and it would fix everything, I feel.
It would most definitely improve a lot upon it. Perhaps a little controversial as a Limbo main, but I think Limbo's spaghetti code needs a rewrite. As many of the fun things that we found that we're gonna lose as they do that, it's a frame that literally rots away with every update. Just means that you gotta go back and patch him up at a later date
he's not
again.
Rotting because of every update. Like, he's not being seen that much, but he certainly isn't rotting. Like, he still works.
Well, he still works, but the main reason why he works right now is because of shield gating. If we did not have shield gating to keep her safe, then the main tool, which is Limbo's Rift, just gets more and more holes in it.
Realistically, if someone only plays Revenant with Torrid and says the game's boring, that's kind of a player problem. Warframe doesn't have an endgame sure, but as Julia said, players are also the problem. That's true too, to an extent. Like, we have players from so many different demographics that play this game. I miss Hydroid Puddle, it was funny. Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't know, from my point of view, Warframe has such an active community, very cool and good developers. And if we compare that to other game companies and other games basically of that size of Warframe, we are really lucky.
Yeah.
At least I feel like that.
True. Because, like, my point with this whole thing is to say that I think DE should just keep curating frames to fit the niche that they occupy and let players enjoy the frame for what they are, I would say. It keeps those different parts of the community happy.
Absolutely.
It keeps people interested
Now,
in playing
Limbo
those
is,
characters.
of course, Limbo is of course in the unique situation that he has an effect upon other demographics than his own, and this is what people like Brosime are railing so hard against.
Well, that's why I said just improve
So,
rift access and it would solve so many problems.
Pablo should be making a frame that us Limbo mains enjoy, but also take into account the people that he affects. Yet he feels stuck. Are people still here?
But I presumably you wouldn't want Limbo to be he just works, but his kit matches a contingency of the updates coming out. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I would prefer them to just add more stuff to his kit to improve him, but so long as they don't remove what he already is, I'm cool. Like, build
People
upon
like
the
Brosime, for instance.
foundations.
Brosime just wants the rift gone.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And, well, it is a problem because Limbo is controversial, so if you don't appeal to the Brosime guys, they're going to, like, they're convinced enough in their argument, much in the same way that we are. They're gonna toss a riot.
Well, I think the needs to grow a pair and just not think about it. Just appeal to the people that like him, because even if he was changed, they're not gonna play him. Like, they will never play the character because they already in their eyes think he's terrible. Like, no offense, Jim, no amount of reworks, no amount of changes, even if the rift was removed, will get people to play the character in the way he already is. Like, it will not change a thing if they were to.
It would not be a
completely rework him.
solution, and also one of the reasons why I'm not on the Brosime team when it comes to this sort of shit. I believe it's a unnecessarily destructive approach.
It is, and it's why I frankly don't like his take.
I don't either. I'm a Limbo main for crying out loud. I kind of want to exist, you know. I don't want some douchebag sitting there saying I don't have a right to play a frame just because they don't like it.
Exactly.
Of course, they have a case if I go and fuck up their game for them.
But that's less so with the frame and more so with the player, because if you're a disciplined player like us, like, you're almost unnoticeable.
But that's the problem, is it not?
Well, it's the problem with the players, not with the frame. Like, you don't, like, for example, if you, okay, this is a very extreme case. Say a robber comes in with a gun, right, and shoots somebody. You don't blame the gun, you blame the robber. Like, blame the player, not the frame, is what I think a lot of people tend to forget.
I guess my main counterpoint there would go down to, can you expect every single player who picks up Limbo to not be disruptive?
No, but I have to place that kind of faith in it, otherwise it leads to, like, real-world changes, like censorship and bullshit, which shouldn't be a thing.
I mean, that's a matter of the design that you put into it.
Yeah, but, like, that's also my point. People should only play this character if they're going to be more disciplined, I would say, in my opinion. And even then, I feel like it kind of works already, because there's not a whole lot of trolls anymore these days, anyway.
Well, they have taken out some of the more glaring things which would create the trolls. Like, for instance, you can no longer just sit in AFK because, well, Xmas exists.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Like, that was one of the bigger issues. But right now, the only really remaining issue, as far as I'm concerned, is the whole, you know, Limbo is currently the only one with the keys to the rift, and everybody around him is just kind of forced to tag along with that.
Yeah, that's why I think in his kit they need to add something that allows people to play with him. It would
Basically.
fix all of his problems.
He just needs some stuff to make people able to play with him instead of, well, around him.
Remember when Limbo used to stasis bullets? He still technically does, just not our own bullets anymore.
I would really wish they removed the bullet cap on that particular one.
That will never get removed because it's limited by the code. It's not like a it's not something that you intentionally want. It's like actually because that's how much bullets can be limited, otherwise it breaks the game.
I see. There's a very specific limit.
Yeah, it's limited by the code, sadly.
I honestly thought it was mainly a performance thing.
Well, yeah, it's also performance related, but it also, like, I think it might have been, I can't remember who it was, but I remember talking to somebody where, like, who has one of those, you know, the cracked, like, Warframe servers that some people use, right? You know, like the hacked version of Warframe or whatever it is.
I actually heard of that.
Yeah, but someone used that before, and I think they tested beyond the limit. I think it just broke the game instance when they tried going above it.
Okay, fair enough. It would be an interesting experiment to run just in general if one had access to the back end of things.
True.
Just
So you skipped my suggestion. What do you think about what I said?
breaks.
Oh, let me see.
But
The player figures. Oh, let me zoom up on the thing. How about you make a literal pop-up that explains in a real simple way how to interact with Limbo's Rift when he is in your squad, like a 2x shift/leave rift? That could work, Dead, but I also think that might be a little too glaring depending on how the UI is designed.
it is one of those things that it would be nice if players knew. Like, one could make use of that little, you know, Varuna, for instance, and Lavos has that extra little circle.
Yeah.
If a little circle like that would appear to just, like, with a little piece of text on it, would honestly go a long way.
Well, that's why I thought of, like, the whole Phantom top hat thing for allies and enemies. Like, you get a little top hat and you're like, oh, I'm in the rift. I just dodge. Leave it.
It does require people to actually know the frame to begin with. Hence why I have personally been a fan of the idea of, you know, using Limbo's quest as a tutorial.
Yeah.
If you're never going to play the frame, fair enough on that one. At least you're going to know what the fuck the rift is and the fact you can roll out of it. Because that's also a major part of things, is when you create advanced mechanics, surprise, surprise, people aren't going to know what to do with it.
I've had Switch
What the
teleport
fuck is this?
Loki
Why can't I
recently.
shoot shit?
Switch teleport
Yeah,
Loki is a funny one. What'd you say?
Weird idea that I just popped in my mind. What if, like, enemies in the rift are, like, in their own rift bubble? So if you're close to the enemies, that you're in the rift themselves, so you can just kill them if you're close to the enemies.
That could be neat.
Because,
Maybe as
like,
an augment,
I just...
but that could be neat.
Because, like, I just noticed, okay, it's difficult sometimes to see which enemies are in the rift, because with the rift search and such, and sometimes they are in the rift, sometimes not. But if they would be in their own little bubble, it wouldn't matter, because I could just, yeah, I don't
Walk
know,
up
get
to
close to them and then, yeah.
Every little enemy has its own tiny cataclysm.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, exactly. That would be kind of funny, because at the same time it wouldn't, like, disrupt other people that much, because you can just
Ooh.
walk in.
What
and
if it's
then-
like for Rift Surge they also change the VFX so it does like the cataclysm like energy swirl around the rift bubble?
Yeah,
It's very
exactly.
much interesting. It will, of
And that-
course, again, force people to use melee, which was a complaint, I believe, back with Stasis, but I definitely
But-
like the concept.
I mean, not even. You just need to walk close to the enemies. Maybe it even scales a bit with range, but not that much. And then you can need to just go into the little bubble and can shoot the enemies or use melee. And then that's fine.
Some gacha games do is that every update they let you have a free trial of the new character. If these started doing that to Warframes would be really neat. That'd be pretty cool. But also I could see the gamer brain just skipping over everything, not reading shit, and then complaining the game. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Julio, is that it's like... Not to be really fucking rude when I say this, but there are a lot of stupid people in the world that exist. And I feel like there's only so much you can do before they just don't do anything, and at that point I think it's on them for not reading. it's kind of like really quickly into this topic and then move on to something different. It's why I really don't like a lot of the internet censorship shit that's going on. It's like the government shouldn't be in charge of protecting your kids. The parents should be disciplining them, kind of thing. Which I know might be a bit of a hot take.
I mean, that does happen.
Difficult. Like, okay, in terms of TikTok and such, some type of content just shouldn't be allowed at all, I would say.
100%.
And that's nothing that families or other people could do. That's something that the government.
Well,
would
yeah,
need
like
to
in
do.
that case, yes, I think the government should step in, but it's different when like if you're leaving your kid alone scouring the internet to look at shit and not disciplining them on understanding what they should or should not be looking at, I think that's a problem on the parents.
Sure, but at the same time, sometimes you don't even know about it. For example, YouTube Shorts or TikTok. You
Well,
can
yeah,
just
obviously in that
go
case,
through
like,
it and just
yeah.
see stuff that you are not supposed to see, basically.
Obviously in that case, yeah, it makes sense. I'm not against it there.
Another example would be something like why YouTube Kids exists.
Which
Yeah,
is
they just
also
left
kind
that
of
to
cursed.
die. They
It's
left
its
it to die,
own-
and now it's a cesspiv, like degeneracy or something, from my understanding.
It has definitely become that far, as I'm aware. But indeed, the idea behind it is that there are people out there who would deliberately market to kids in a very predatory fashion.
Yeah, sadly.
And at the same time, like the argument with the parents, I'm sorry, but parents are sometimes really stupid.
That's
Like-
Parents can be
true.
stupid too.
That's true. That's true.
And it's, you know, a lot of children just suffer because their parents don't really know what to do or how to handle stuff.
In a sense,
and-
yes. Like, my problem with it is that when I look at this, I just see you're not doing this to protect children, you're doing this for control. That's my problem.
Well, it's an easy one to...
Yeah.
It's an easy card to pull politically, and well,
Mhm. Yep, it is.
absolutely. This is where it gets into a whole philosophical debate on what kind of society one should make and what one should do, yada yada yada. It's gonna get
Yeah.
heavy.
I'm in Australia
Back to
where you have to
Warframe.
use age verification. Yeah, I heard about that.
I believe I've heard about that as well. Australia... I believe Britain as well?
Britain already implemented it. They're making it so that you have to use IDs to access things like Wikipedia, porn websites. Obviously, I don't care there. That makes sense. And then
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
entertainment
IDs
websites
to
like
access
YouTube and stuff.
Wikipedia.
Yeah. It's why Wikipedia's...
Wikipedia!
Yeah, it's why Wikipedia is suing the British government right now.
Yeah, it's also hitting Spotify.
Oh, that too, yep. I forgot about Spotify. Set that down. It's gonna be more of a privacy issue. Yeah, that's why I don't like it, is that I don't like how I basically have the equivalent of a GoPro being strapped to my nuts while I'm going to the bathroom. But anyway, back to Warframe. I think we've been on this topic long enough.
Yeah.
But to say, it is hard these days to avoid the whole political debates. It's
Yeah.
so much up and so much shit is happening, so understandably the tangent is there just waiting to be triggered.
Sadly. But, trying to think now, because someone mentioned Tau and stuff like that earlier, because they were talking about ability to custom make Warframes and stuff like that, right? What else would you guys like to see in Tau?
Custom built Warframes.
Tower.
Could have different types of
It-
warframes, like not just human.
Be nice.
I would like in-game, like end-game content. Ooh, more bosses. Ooh.
That's actually a funny thing, Shy, because a little bit of a hot take. I think it's almost impossible for Warframe to have a true endgame these days.
Okay, in terms of endgame, I need to be more specific. Just sometimes a bit more challenging. I don't know, a better difficult scaling. Like the scaling that we currently have is just not really good, and other games are able to implement a really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You examples?
I think
I'm
the same.
curious.
This is what
Like-
Warframe struggles with.
What exactly, for an example, do you have, just out of curiosity?
Borderlands 3, for example, the mayhem mode. Because like
How exactly does it
scaling-
work?
I'm not that into it. I just saw it from Sagmat when he streamed it once. But basically, you can have just crazy numbers, and the enemies just scale with your damage. Basically, it's not that your damage gets limited. The enemies just have crazy numbers of health or crazy numbers of armor and such.
We need giant
I would
on
be
how.
So get an alternate solution to it.
Also, you think we're getting the new operator drip with the Caliban Prime access or Old War update? I would say with Caliban Prime, yeah. Fuck Telecon, I just wanted to meet the bros. I a little disagree with that, Dad. Like, I'm still invested with the game, obviously, right? Like, I know you're not that much anymore. But, I would say hanging with the bros and seeing the new releases are the two things that make me want to go to Tenacon.
Personally, I would like to go to Tenacon, but goddamn budget.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so expensive.
Oh yes. Not
Like-
to just mention
It's like the ticket's
even
40
traveling
bucks.
halfway across the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like it's not the ticket. It's more of okay, how do I get to Canada, basically.
exactly, yeah.
Well, you're
So-
essentially gonna need visas and all that sort of bullshit.
The real reason I wanted to go is that's fair then, Dad. I can see that.
Yeah, but like with the hotel and everything else, it's just so much money for just Tenocon, basically. So I would need to do much more than just having a Tenocon to make it really worth it, you know?
You gotta save up for it, but god damn, it could be fun showing up. Just gather up a bunch of Limbo mains, all in a Limbo cosplay. Limbros, here we go.
So funny thing, by the way, Jim, because I got this suggestion from someone in one of my YouTube chats actually a little bit ago. So funny thing, I plan to open a merch store pretty soon, right? And someone suggested a top hat as one of the merch items, and I'm like, yes. We'll just show up with the top hats.
Absolutely. Oh god, it's a top hats run.
They did great with the new Vor fight. It's a good fight. Like, the new Vor is great. The special Vor, that's very debatable.
I still didn't do the fight, but I don't have a Banshee profile pick to get, so I
Yeah.
would probably.
It's not worth it unless you want to get the profile pick. Like, that fight is fucking egregious.
Yeah, but like I only
don't
would
think I
want.
have
Is that part of Isleweaver or?
It was released. It was released as part of the Isleweaver update. They reworked Vor's boss fight, so it's actually kind of fun now. And they made a secret variant that you can fight on Steel Path that gives you the new Limbo glyph.
But I need the Banshee glyph, but there's no good Banshee glyph.
Fair. Top hat would be peak. Yeah. I gotta look at the website again that Carp sent me, because it's a website where basically you design the stuff yourself through the website, right? Or provide the designs, and then they handle all the stuff like shipping and all that stuff, and you set the price. That sort of thing. I am traumatized by that OST, so I actually opened my eyes like 1,000-mile stare the moment I heard the opening notes. I'm not even kidding. I don't know why, like, Godfrey the First Elden Lord wasn't that hard. He's terrifying, yes, but he's not difficult.
Look, getting fucking yeeted into the sky and suplexed to the ground. That's gotta be enough to traumatize everyone.
I think I only had that happen twice when I fought him. Well, fought him the first time. Afterwards, it's like, every once in a while. Maybe for you. Although, to be fair, I do play mage, so I kind of just stood back and fired magic rocks.
Wow. Yeah, it was really easy.
You know why I'm scared. Oh, man. What a good game. I've actually been replaying that again lately, and I've been having a good time.
Meanwhile, me with a tiny-ass rapier versus Godfrey.
Moonlight greatsword action.
At least you fought him with anything on the fist.
Oh, I finally have enough storage that I can get Elden Ring now. Wow. Ooh.
Yes!
Ooh.
Let me know if you want to co-op with somebody, by the way, Shy. I'd be more than happy to join.
Oh, maybe. If my PC is good enough, maybe I'm gonna stream it. But I will fail so miserably.
Well,
Like
not
this
like,
would be my-
not stream on stream, but like just hang out, is what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Bloodborne
okay.
OC. He almost ruined my level 1 run. I was stuck for 1/4 of the whole run time on that one boss. True, I forgot about that. I think we'll do one more of these, like another 5 minutes, and I'll probably go. I gotta get some lunch.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab some tacos and something. That sounds really good right now. Fuck it. Unrifts your surge. Fucking love tacos. Boost! You know that whole, that joke where it's like, if you're trapped on an island, what food would you have for the rest of your life thing?
Okay, does it need to be the same food or can it be different varieties?
Well, I'm talking about, in the context of this, that would be my food, tacos. Like, tacos are
I
so
see.
good. What would yours be, Shy?
I'm thinking about it because if there's... Wow, difficult question.
That's fair. It's meant to be.
Depends on the variety. Varieties are probably not allowed, just probably one food.
One type of food, yeah. But it could be like
Okay.
multiple flavors, so it doesn't just have to be like a steak taco, for example, right? It could be like chicken or pork.
Okay, but it can be different from time to time. So it can be once chicken or pork at some other time.
Yeah.
I think maybe burger. Because like burger have vegetables, meat sometimes, or even vegetarian variants if you really want.
True.
I was about to say,
Pizza.
that's a pretty clever solution. I was just sitting here wondering, okay, depending upon what I choose is the same like choosing what type of malnutrition I want to die from.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Burgers have mostly all of it if you design it well.
Yeah,
I
if you
guess
design
so.
it properly, indeed, it's got a good variety. But you could say the same of soups and stuff as well.
Oh yeah, but like I couldn't eat soup all the time, you know.
Do you like pineapple pizza? No. No.
Oh, like this is so cursed. Sweet pizza. I don't get it. Why do
It's not
people
even
get-
that, because I've had maple honey pizza before, and it was pretty fucking good. It's the fact that it's pineapple.
while just me sitting here being one of those absolute psychopaths that likes pineapple on pizza?
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yes, and I'm
no.
tired of pretending it's bad.
Yes.
Just need to get
There's some
back
other
to the-
psychos in the chat. Go.
Oh man.
Yeah, my favorite is just tomatoes and mozzarella. Wait, that's, I don't know.
That's
I
like
go to.
basic. That's like a what's that pizza called? A margarita pizza.
Oh yeah, with a little bit of pesto and such, you know. That's really cool.
I think I'm gonna need that one more time.
Which one?
Okay. This is, she said something there last, and I was just sitting here.
Pesto,
What did she
you
say?
know?
Pesto.
Pesto.
Pesto's
Like the green
good.
pesto, a bit of,
Yeah.
on pizza, on the mozzarella tomato pizza with some pesto.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad.
Sai, I like pineapple on pizza. You hurt my feelings. Hey, Cece, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We all have a common enemy, regardless if you like pizza or pineapple on it or not. Chocolate pizza. Oh God, no.
Chocolate on pizza is.
That's a pie. It's not a pizza. It's a chocolate pie.
At that point, yeah. Basically.
That's, as my girlfriend right next to me just said, it depends on the rest of the ingredients.
Gosh.
Depends on the rest of the ingredients base.
I just thinking like the fact that you're heating up the chocolate is just gonna enhance the sweetness of it immensely.
Yeah.
Or what? Fair.
Hi, Julia.
Yeah.
Hi, Sai. I'm okay. Still being haunted by the siren from the bell. Oh, vintage story things. Is hot dog a sandwich? I would say yes, but it's the same way of saying a, what's it called? A square is a trapezoid or whatever it is. It's like, you could call it a sandwich, you could call it not a sandwich.
That would make pita a sandwich as well.
It
We
technically
name
is.
different breads different things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would categorize a hot dog as a sandwich. It's between two pieces of bread. You eat it with your hands. It's a sandwich.
Okay, so apparently, my girlfriend has a chef's education. So,
That has nothing to do with my ship's education.
okay, that is just personal opinion. Fair enough.
I would say a sandwich needs carbs on.
Can you guys hear her?
Sandwich needs
Yeah.
carbs on 2 sides.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
I like that idea.
Carbs on 3 sides. It's a taco. It has carbs.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna call a hot dog a taco from now on. I love it. Thank you.
A hot dog is a taco from now on.
Love that.
Yes.
Hey, Stabs.
What?
What did you mention there? I would say pizza, honestly, but
Alright, let's head to the exit. I'm actually happy with a hot dog being a taco, but here's the hard question. Where does a sub fall into this? Oh, true. Because it's technically beat on... Oh no! A sub is technically a taco!
A sub, you say?
Think about it.
Okay,
You only...
what?
You cut it open like halfway or whatever is right, and then you stuff it. It's meat on three... It's bread on three
Yeah,
sides.
sub is a taco. Yes.
That's just a long
It's all
sandwich.
tacos.
It's kind of like the whole thing with everything evolves in the crabs.
mm.
Alright. was a blast hanging out with all of you. You leave the squad and wrap up.
Likewise.
And with that talk of food, indeed.
Yeah, I need to grab
I'm
some
getting
tacos.
hungry I'm getting hungry as well.
Fuck off then.
Sorry, Sam, you came at the worst time. I'm sorry, buddy.
See you everyone.
Have a good one, Sabs.
He just
There
he
goes.
disappeared.
Well, everybody, thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Mew. Thank you, Shy. And thank you, Jim, for coming into the call.
Always. Was a
Always
pleasure.
indeed.
Alright, and so, awesome stream. See you, CC. Bye-bye. And, sorry, Rowan, you came at the worst time, man. I'm sorry, buddy. But, let me think. Gonna stream again probably tomorrow or the day after. See you, Dead. See you, Xena. And gonna work on the video talking about Incarnons for a little bit today. Want to get the script done today if I can, because it's gonna probably be a pretty short one. And then the New Testament! The New Testament! I'm excited! And with that, I'll see you all later. Have a